Hello everyone. Hello everyone. My name is Sonam. I'm currently pursuing BA LLB from University of Petroleum and Energy Studies. I'm in my fourth year and I'm interning under the LEXIS and Company. And today in this video, I will be talking about the basics of the sale and exchange. So what is sale? Section 54 of the Transfer of Property Act defines sale. It says that sale is a transfer of ownership in exchange for a price paid or promised, or part paid and part promised. Now, here we see that for a sale, a definition of sale says that the sale is a transfer of ownership in exchange for a price. That implies that there shall be the consideration, shall be the money here. The money shall be paid or promised or part paid or part promised. So these are three essential requirements for a sale. Moving forward, sale, how can it be made? So section 54 further says that such transfer in the case of tangible immovable property of the value of 100 rupees and upwards, or in the case of a reversion or other intangible thing, can be made only by a registered instrument. So, in the case of tangible immovable property of a value less than 100 rupees, such transfer may be made either by a registered instrument or by delivery of the property. Now, delivery of tangible immovable property takes place when the seller places the buyer or such person as he directs in possession of the property. All right, now what do we mean by the term contract for sale? What do we mean by the term contract for sale? So, Section 54 of the TPA Act again provides a definition in this under that section only that a contract for the sale of immovable property is a contract that a sale of such property shall take place on terms settled between the parties. It does not of itself create any interest in or charge on such property. All right. So here we saw what can be said, say what is the definition of sale, how the sale can be made, and what we mean by when we talk about the contract for sale. Now, here to ensure that sale takes place, there are few conditions. The one of the most important condition is that the seller must be competent to transfer, and buyer should not be disqualified to be the transfer. Like, for example, if a minor cannot be a transfer or a transferee, a person of unsound mind cannot be the transferer or the transferee. So, therefore, it is very essential that they must be competent enough to transfer and must be competent enough to enter into the sale. All right, the subject matter of the transfer shall be the transferable property. All right, for example, any imaginary thing cannot be sold or it cannot be sold by the transferor to the transferee. So it's very necessary that subject matter of a transfer must be transferable property. Now, thirdly, the ownership shall be transferred as well. Okay. Fourth, the consideration must be in form of money, because if it won't be in form of money, it will be said to be a barter or exchange. Suppose it's for any other material things, so it cannot be said to be a sale. For sale, the consideration must be in terms of monetary effect. um, Transfer must be price paid or promised, or partially paid and partially promised. Now, moving forward further to the another topic which we are discussing today is the Section 118 of Transfer of Property Act. It talks about what do we mean by exchange. Now, it says that when two persons mutually transfer ownership of one thing for the ownership of another, neither thing or both things uh, being money only, the transaction is called an exchange. So, from above, it can be understood for being an exchange, there must be two persons transferring ownership of one thing for the ownership of another. Neither thing or both things being money only, transfer of any property against consideration is called sale, and transfer without consideration is called gift. Now, when the transfer of property is done with the consideration of another property, then that can be termed as an exchange. So here we learn the three major differences between sale, gift, and exchange in terms of consideration. In sale, the consideration must be money. In gift, there shall not be any consideration. Thirdly, in the case of exchange, it's necessary that the consideration is now the property, and for the property, uh, the exchange is being taken place. All right. So there may be both immovable or immovable property which can be transferred through exchange. In some cases, where transfer of ownership of a property along with some money against some ownership of another property happen, it also comes under the definition of exchange. Thank you very much. And just to summarize this whole video, in this video we learned about the basics of sale and the basic of exchange. Also, we learned what is the difference between the sale and the exchange. Thank you very much.